Yes, yes. So everyone is allowed to switch on or share their videos if it is permissible and acceptable in this digital thing. Perfect, perfect. Great.
Okay.
Yes. So after having completed 4 successful days with the support of all the speakers who have engaged and they have given their knowledge sharing, uh, and thank you to all the participants because it's always been 100 plus participants in every session that we've had. So thank you so much, participants, for that enthusiasm that you have shown so far. And we hope that today also will be a rewarding and a knowledge feast to all of you all. And I'm sure that every day has given us a new area in cybersecurity, and different thought processes were shared by experts across the globe. Uh, and the most interesting part, Pavani ma'am, about the audience is they don't leave you just that they are there. They'll ensure that they ask questions which are relevant to the topic that you're asking, that you're telling about, and they make the session interactive. So I hope that
Yeah, that's good.
the interactive session continues today as well with the participants. Wishing you happy learning today. Very good morning to Pavani ma'am and very good evening to all fellow colleagues. Ma'am, we'll be waiting for around next 3 minutes. So by 6:05, I will ask Ufera ma'am to introduce you formally. Okay. And after her introduction, the floor will be yours to begin your session. Once again, a very good evening and a good morning to Pavani ma'am. In the meantime, as we have all joined and ma'am is also like, yes, let's see who have joined karke liya. So Yashwant, can we have a quick photo of everyone?
Yes, sir, I was doing that.
Awesome. That's really great. Correct. Uh, Pavani ma'am, also we had Tanvi ma'am with us in the meeting.
Hello, Tanvir madam.
Good morning,
I
ma'am.
can't see her.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Okay. Yeah, fine, ma'am. It's a great opportunity for us that you have been joining us in one of our session and giving a lecture on cyber forensics. Hope all the participants will have a good knowledge about it from your session, ma'am.
Sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
We'll
Thank you
try.
for sharing your time and then presenting your session.
Ufera ma'am, may I request you to please introduce Pavani ma'am?
Sure, sir. Good evening to all respected participants and our speaker, Dr. K. Pavani ma'am. It's my privilege to welcome you to this session. Today's expert speaker is Dr. K. Pawani ma'am, a distinguished professional with 21 years of experience in the field of computer science, cybersecurity, and software engineering. She is currently working as senior software engineer at United Health Group USA, where she contributes to securing large-scale healthcare technology systems and ensuring data integrity. Dr. Pawani ma'am has a strong academic foundation as well. She served at Vaagdevi College of Engineering in Department of CSE from 2004 to 17, contributing immensely to teaching, research, and student development. She then continued her academic journey as an associate professor at University of Mississippi from 2018 to 2020, further enriching her expertise in advanced computing and cybersecurity domains. With vast experience spanning academic and industry, Dr. Pawani brings a unique blend of practical insights and research perspectives. Today, she'll speak on cyber forensics and the stage of social engineering. We are truly honored to have you, ma'am. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Is it Ufaria? Sorry to spell
Faria.
your name. Yeah.
Faria.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you all for being here today. So just am I sharing my screen? Okay, let me share my screen.
Ma'am, it's visible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So thank you all for being here. So I'm excited to present this topic today with cyber forensic stages of social engineering, because this is the one of the areas that's becoming increasingly important in today's digital world. So where cyber threats are evolving faster than ever. So, mm, yeah. So this is my today's agenda for presentation. So what are the basics of cyber forensic? First, we'll discuss what are the some basics. What do you mean by cyber forensics, and what are the steps involved? What are the tools and technologies involved in cyber forensics, and what are the stages of social engineering? Some case studies and how we can prevent the social engineering, and conclusion at the end. So, am I audible to you? I'm
Yes,
not
ma'am. You're
sure.
audible, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Yeah,
Very
because
clear.
my
Please continue. Ji.
yeah, because I have problem with my throat. So if at all I'm not audible, just stop me in between. Yeah. Mm. So what is cyber forensics? So the process of investigating digital data. So just I want to be an interactive. So before starting the cyber forensics, can anyone tell me like what is a forensics? In general, what do you mean by a forensics? Not the cyber one or anything. We might have seen in many movies, or we have followed many news. So, what is a forensic?
Investigating
It has to
any
be some medical
incident,
study of.
any incident that has been
Yeah.
occurred in the past.
Yeah, correct. So, which has occurred already, right? So, it can be in a medical field or it can be in a normal criminal field. So, in the similar way, this forensics we have in the cyber world. So, in the digital world, so the process of investigating the digital data in order to identify or in order to collect or preserve or analyze these evidence for criminal or civil cases is a cyber forensics. So, this cyber forensic we can also call as a digital forensics, which is used in the criminal investigations or in the corporate incidents, or in the case of cybercrime. So what is the use? Why we have to learn, or why we have to concentrate on this cyber forensics? So this is to ensure the integrity and admissibility of the evidence. So, so what are the steps involved in this cyber forensics? So suppose, for example, there is a crime happened, how the forensics or the forensics team arrives and they'll start the processing, right? So similarly, in case of cyber forensics, what are the steps involved? The first and foremost thing is the identification is nothing but detecting the incident, what is the incident happened, and depending on the type of incident, what could be the potential evidence. So whatever the data available, we can say in case of digital forensics, we have all data, right? So in case of data available, or we have some devices, so what could be the potential evidence, right? It can be like more amount of data, or more evidence available. Out of that, what could be the potential evidence? So detecting that, identifying that particular data depending on the type of incident is the first and foremost thing. Then preservation. Preservation is nothing but once we identify the type of data or the data that could be used for the evidence. So once we have the data, securing the devices means, for example, the data resides on cloud, or it can be residing in hard disk or somewhere. So securing those devices and preventing it from the data tampering is also the next important step. Then collection. So once we have, for example, we have a hard disk available at the incident. So the cyber forensic team has captured that particular device or that hard disk. So after getting the hard disk or any cloud or any account, so imaging or extracting the data from that available resource, making the copies of collecting the information is the next step, and examining. So once they have the data collected, filtering, because the data can be the numerous amount of data. So from that, whatever the data which is relevant to the current incident, that should be recovered and filtered among the available data. Then once they have the data, analyzing that data for the evidence. Uh, yeah. So analyzing this evidence is the next one. And once we have the data analysis is made, then preparing the documentation to use the legal use to present at the in front of court or in front of the stakeholders. So presentation of this evidence is also important. So that is the another step. So this is the life cycle of investigation life cycle, I can say, for the cyber forensic: identifying the data, preserving it, and collecting and analyzing and presenting for the report. So what is the need for this cyber forensics? So do you think, like, can anyone tell me what is the need for this digital detectives? Why we have to go for this cyber forensics? Just to want to make interactive, just to want to make sure that my listeners are listening to whatever I'm saying. So can anyone tell me what is the need?
Just to understand what kind of harms have been done and who was behind this. Basically, finding the trails of the incident, trails of the activities behind that incident.
Yeah, correct. So that's a good one. So nowadays the cybercrime is rising. Means the incidents like hacking, data breaches, the identity theft. These are becoming very common in today's digital world. So we need to respond to that particular incident is very important. So this is essential for understanding how a breach has occurred and what is the damage it has occurred. it has left, what is the damage it is causing, right? So, and also it ensures the digital evidence so that, we can stand up in court of law or to support the criminal or civil cases, or in case of corporate, to present in front of the stakeholders. So ensuring that digital evidence is also very important. And data recovery, suppose a hacking happened to a particular server of a company or any corporate company, then what happens, the data will be deleted. So procuring the data, retrieving the deleted data or hidden data is also important for the company or any person or anything, right? So that's why we have a need for the digital detectives or cyber forensics. So what are the key principles of evidence handling? So as we discussed in the last slides, so we have collecting the evidence. So once we collected the evidence, so before collecting the evidence, what are the principles involved, what we have to like ensure when we collect the evidence? First one is integrity. So evidence whatever we collected, that must not be altered or damaged or lost during the process, because that is the most important thing here, because everything is in a digital form and at any point of time it can be damaged, it can be tampered, it can be lost. So in maintaining the integrity of data is very, very important. And next, documentation, because we need to have the document like records of who handled the evidence, when it was done, what was it done. So that is also very, very important. And authentication, so whenever you are making the copies of making the images of the data available or the evidence available, so whenever you are making duplicates of that data, so it should be the same copy of the original data, because data means at any point of time anyone can tamper it, right? So ensuring this authenticity for each and every copy of the original data is very important. And admissibility, so following the strict procedures to, so the evidence is accepted in the local proceedings, because this data whatever we collected, we are documenting and presenting in front of the court. So when we are presenting in front of the court, we have to follow the strict procedure or whatever the court requires in the form of it should be the presentable to the court. So this is about the key principles that we have to maintain while we connecting or maintaining the documentation for data. So next, what are the tools or techniques? How so? Until now we have seen what do you mean by it, right? What do you mean by cyber forensics? Okay, what are the stages, how we can collect the data and everything. So now we have data, right? So what are the tools involved, how we can achieve, how we can collect the data, or what are the techniques involved? So the techniques is data recovery, so uncovering the deleted files or hidden partitions. So uncovering deleted files, for example, an attacker has attacked the server and deleted all the files. So again, recovering those deleted files or recovering the hidden portions of partitions of that server is very important, data recovery. So we have to go for the data recovery. And the malware analysis, suppose an attacker has installed a malicious software in your system or in the company's software or in the company's website. So understanding, so before actually um, studying about that malicious software, before dealing with the malicious software, first we have to understand what that particular malicious software looks like or how it behaves in a sandbox environment. Sandbox environment means in the testing environment, before touching anything on the actual device, first we need to understand what exactly it does. So that is very important, because if we touch something on the actual device, it may collapse everything. So before that, first we have to test the behavior in the sandbox environment before actually handling it on the actual devices. Then network forensics. So network forensics, basically by its name, it basically analyzes the network traffic logs and it will trace the attacker path. Like for example, something like a person had hacked your system, right? So we'll go back to the network traffic and try to trace the IP address from where this hacking has happened. So this is one example I can say. So in order to achieve this um, cyber forensics, so before this, any questions until now? Okay, so so I'm assuming there are no questions. So what are the tools involved? So in order to achieve the cyber forensics, we have many third-party tools available. Some are licensed softwares, some are open source. So for your research work, suppose you want to carry your research, pursue your research work in cyber forensics, you can search for some open source cyber forensic tools and you can analyze them. So that is so how we have to select a tool, forensic tool, because we have many number of forensic tools available. It can be like a licensed or open software, open way. So out of which, how to select a particular tool. So that is very important. So before selecting a tool, what is the criteria for selection? So here we have data. So as we discussed in the last last slides, we have type of incident, right? So what type of this cyber incident, whether it is some attack happened on a server or a particular person's mobile device. So whatever the data we have, so depending on that, we have to select the tool. For example, we have this one, coffee computer online forensics evidence and extractor. So this is so this is one tool which collects the digital evidence from the suspect's computer by creating the images of storage devices. So whatever the storage devices, hard disk connected to the person's computer, so it will make digital copies of the storage devices. And we have digital forensic framework. This extract and analyze the data from file system and the network sources using the plugins. And we have like uh, Dumpzilla. So this retrieves the browsing history, cookies, and saved passwords from the browsers. So we have EXIF tool. It will read and write the metadata from the files. So we have forensic toolkit. It's a commercial tool actually for imaging and indexing and analyzing the large data sets. Suppose we are dealing with the large data sets, right? So in that case, you can go for this forensic toolkit, which will take the imaging of the entire hard disk or whatever the data available. So and we have NCase forensics. So this is industry standard for disk imaging and the evidence collection. It is mainly widely used in the law enforcement. So and also next we have magnet axioms. So it will collect and analyzes evidence from the computer, mobile devices, and cloud services. Suppose a mobile device is compromised or a cloud service is compromised. In that case, we can go for this magnet axioms. Yeah. Sorry for taking the break. Okay. So we have like magnet axiom. So this will collect and analyze the evidence from the computer, mobile device, and the cloud services. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so we have one more tool for analyzing mobile devices, Celebrate UFED. We have, suppose we have like memory memory related data. We have RAM dump. So in that case, we can go for volatile kind of tools. We have volatile framework. It's an open source tool for analyzing RAM dumps, detecting malware, and reconstruction of the process. We have Splunk. So many of the corporate structure like frameworks, they use the Splunk to use the logs. So for that log based forensic, we can use the Splunk. So what are the challenges? So for now, like until now, we were discussing like what are the stages, what are the tools and techniques available. So whenever a person is, or whenever we are going for cyber forensics, what are the challenges in any field we take? Like will be having challenges. So what are the challenges in the field of cyber forensics? So encryption. So can anyone give me a small idea about encryption? What is encryption and how it can become a challenging in the cyber forensic? So there are many student like faculty in the
Yes, ma'am.
listeners
It
or
is
in.
disguising the data into a
Uh-huh.
form which cannot be understood by the just disguising the data is
Okay, so
encryption.
disguising the data means you are just making it. Suppose I want to send some data from sender to the receiver, and sender will encrypt the data so that uh, it is understandable only to the receiver, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Thanks for your answer. So when we are sending, the sender is sending the data to the receiver so that it cannot be understandable by third person on the network. So this encryption can be achieved by using a key. You know already that encryption can be achieved by using a key.
Yes, ma'am. Public and private key we will be using.
Yeah. So nowadays, like growing this technology, encryption is applied to. Salim sir, can we take a 5 minutes break?
Yes, ma'am. Please, please. No worries, no worries, please. I see that ma'am wanted us to understand on the thing of encryption and its widespread use these days. Correct. So I think Deepika ma'am was sharing about public key encryption and private key encryption, right, ma'am? Deepika ma'am? Would you wish to tell something more about it? I think as ma'am was saying that because of her sore throat, she has taken a break. Please do be with us in the meeting. In the meantime, if somebody is interested in sharing on the aspect of encryption using different types of keys, you may please lead the discussion until Pawani ma'am joins.
Salim, sir, I think everyone is already aware about the basic encryption concepts. Everyone has studied, I think, cryptography and all.
Yes, yes, that should be okay. Wanted to understand.
So that's
I
the
do.
reason.
Ji.
Maybe someone has worked on this and did some research over it. They can definitely explain their work here. That would be beneficial for us.
Yes, yes, sir. Um, Gnanesh sir, actually, ma'am has taken a break. I think her sore throat is troubling her, so she has not been able to speak. That's why she's
Oh,
taken right now.
I think you want to say that ma'am is suffering from cold, no?
Yes, she has sore throat.
Yeah, Salim, I have joined.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so what are the challenges involved in this cyber forensics? So I was discussing about the encryption. So nowadays everything is encrypted, right? Strong encryption and the privacy laws are there. So so this is making evidence extraction very difficult. So what is the impact of that? So investigators may not access the critical data without the proper keys or the legal permissions. So so what is the solution for this challenge? So employee lawful decryption method should be there, and that should be collaborated with the vendors under legal framework. So this is one challenge. And anti-forensics. So attackers use the techniques to deliberately hide or destroy the evidence. So something called as steganography. So steganography is nothing but hiding something in the image or some other other document. So attackers are using different techniques in order to hide this data, so hide the information. So collecting that information is also a very challenging task. And the related to the law, suppose this any person sitting in one part of globe can hack any so can hack any part of a globe in so in that case, so crossing the border, so complicating the investigation and legal authority. And the other thing is data volume. So we have large amount of data, massive amount of data from multiple sources like hard drives, cloud, or the mobile IoT. So this is impacting the increasing time and the cost for data acquisition and analysis and storage. So what is the solution for this? We can use like some automation, AI-based techniques in order to make the images of the data. And evolving tech, you can say like new devices, new platforms are available, so which is constantly introducing uh, new forensic challenges. So this was about the cyber forensics, like what do you mean by it? What are the tools and technologies involved, and what are the challenges? So next, I just want to discuss about social engineering. So what do you mean by a social engineering? So it is a manipulation technique that exploits a human psychology and error to trick people into revealing sensitive information, granting access to the systems, or performing actions that compromise the security. So it is not similar to the technical hacking, but here, so technical hacking means it will target only a software. But here, social engineering basically targets human emotions. It exploits this will try to exploit the human emotions, such as trust, curiosity, fear, and desire to be helpful. So what are the stages in the social engineering? So we have like information gathering. There are different stages of social engineering. So um, attacking a person's emotion is also involved in the steps. So information gathering, making a relationship with that person, manipulating, and execution and exit. So we'll discuss about each and every stage now. So information gathering. So the attacker goal is to identify the potential victim, right? Who can become a victim. So first they'll try to identify the people who can be a potential victim. Then they try to gather the background information about the person. Then so that they can create the convincing pretext, or they'll try to angle for an attack. So this stage involves researching public sources, like how a person's information can be gathered. Now everything is on the social media, right? They can go to their LinkedIn or Instagram, or use some techniques in order to follow, in order to find the background about uh, persons. So what they'll do in order to find the background of the person, like check the LinkedIn or social media, study the company website, or they may learn the roles and technologies or habits of a person. So attacker may browse LinkedIn to find employees bank and go to the bank website and find who are the employees in that company and try to target those people depending on their job roles, depending on the attack they want to go for. Next one is establishing the relationship. So once they identify a person for the attack, so the attacker will initiate the contact with that person. They'll try to build a relationship with that person by using like email, go on send the email, or make phone calls, or may send the SMS, or in person they may go and meet the people. So main goal for this stage is to target to make the target feel comfortable with the attacker, so that attacker will keep on sending emails. For example, going for phishing. So what the attacker will do will be sending an email pretending to be a IT department, saying that we are upgrading your system, please verify your credentials. So somehow they'll try to make a contact with the target and try to like make the feel the target comfortable with the attacker. So next one is manipulation. So once they establish a relationship with the victim, they'll try to manipulate the victim. So for means they may ask to share the passwords or OTP. Suppose a person's bank account they want to hack, they want to take out the money from a person. So they'll keep on calling the person and ask for something, and they may ask for OTP or financial approval, some sensitive data they want to access. So for example, I can say like the attacker may send an email to the target saying that your account will be blocked in 2 hours if you don't verify this one. So out of panic, the victim may click on the link and enter the credentials. So once victim entered the credentials, now everything in the hands of attacker. So now in the previous stage, so attacker has every information. They'll try to get the information from the victim. So once they have information with the attacker, they'll try to execute their plan. They log into your systems or transfer the money, install some malware in your lab mobiles, or they may steal the documents, change the configuration. So this is the execution of the plan. So once everything of executed the plan, they'll exit. The attacker will remove the evidence, right? So they'll remove the evidence of the attack to avoid the detection. So so the attacker deletes the phishing emails and clear the logs. So everything they will try to remove so that he cannot be then no one can detect the attacker. So what are the different types of social engineering attacks? So any doubts until now? Okay. So phishing emails. So how or what are the different types of social engineering attacks? So phishing, they can send phishing emails, or voice over phishing means they keep on calling the target, or they can send the SMS. So the process of attempting to acquire sensitive information such as username, passwords, and credit card details. So this is called as phishing. So the attacker may send fraudulent emails or messages that trick the users into revealing sensitive information, or they may ask to click some links. So in this again we have different things on the email, on the phone, or in the SMS. They'll try to send some links. If you just click on the link, then it may take us to the malicious website, or some malicious software may be involved in your systems or in your mobiles. So that is about phishing. Then tailgating. So this is the physical breach. I can say it's a physical breach. Physically, the authorized person, they'll try to follow the authorized person into the restrict areas without proper credentials. So so unauthorized person, they may follow a person who is authorized. Suppose a bank employee or some restricted area is there, and it is accessible only to authorized employees. So what the attacker will do, try to follow the person, employee, to the authorized area with the credentials of the victim. Uh, and the other one is baiting. So generally what do you mean by baiting? So baiting is like offer something and make something out of it, right? This is one type of social engineering attack where a scammer uses a false promise to attract a victim into their trap, which may steal the personal and the financial information, or they may install some malware software into the system. So in this way they try to trap the victim. That is baiting. And we have dumpster diving. So here the scammer will search for sensitive information, like suppose bank statements. You get the bank statements from the bank, right? So what we'll do, we just look at the bank statement and throw it in the dustbin, right? So the scammer will try to search in the dustbin or in the garbage for the sensitive information, and from there they'll try to execute the plan. So then coming to the scareware. So this scareware involves victims being bombarded with false alarms, like some false threats. So user and they will on their system, they'll allow the grant permission to remote access to the system. So in this way they can install the malware softwares in the victims systems or in the mobiles. Then watering hole attack. So here this is like compromising a website frequently visited by a target group to deliver the malware. Suppose a person or a target is frequently visiting a website, right? Suppose frequently shopping on a website, right? So what the attacker will do, try to compromise that website. They'll try to send a new link, and when the target hits on that new link, then it will take us to some other website. Then shoulder surfing. So shoulder surfing is observing someone's screen or keyboard to steal the credentials. Suppose a person is working at a bank, like employee. So they'll try to watch from the back for the, for username and the password. Not only in the bank, it can happen with any person also. Just normal person logging into their bank account. They'll try to steal the username and password so that they can log into their account. Then we have quid pro quo. This is a service, or they'll provide a benefit in exchange of information, like fake tech support offering a help if the victim provide the login details. Suppose something first they'll try to install the malware software in your mobile, and when you go for the tech support, they'll say that you just enter your login details or give me the login details, I'll try to resolve your issue. So in this way, they'll try to enter into your system. So that was about the examples or different types of social engineering attacks. So we have discussed like cyber forensics and the social engineering. So what is the difference you found until now between this cyber forensics and the social engineering? Can anyone give me like what is cyber forensic, what is social engineering? What is the difference you found between these two?
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
According to me, what I have understood, cyber forensic is like once the crime is happened, we have to find out that what is the reason to.
Correct.
And the social engineering is like it is a type of attacks.
Okay.
It is like if it is a done, then we have to come for the cyber forensic.
Yes, correct, Neeraj. So thanks for your answer. That means you are following my lecture. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, as Neeraj said, correct. So cyber forensics and social engineering, these are the two fundamental different aspects of cyber security landscape, I can say. So one is reactive field of investigation, means something has happened already. And in the cyber forensic, we are going for the investigation of that reactive field. Whereas this social engineering is the proactive attack methodology, means how a person or the attacker can attack a target. What are the different ways of attacking it? So these are the fundamental differences. So primary goal, what is the goal of a cyber forensic? So this is to investigate, recover data, and identify the culprits after a cyber incident has occurred. The cyber incident already occurred, then we are analyzing the incident by recovering the data, by identifying or investigating the data to find out the culprit, to find out the damage, to recover the damage. So that is cyber forensic. Whereas social engineering is concerned, this is to manipulate the people into revealing the sensitive information or performing some actions that compromise the security, right? So what are the approaches we discussed for cyber forensics? So there are technical, involves, we have technical tools available, techniques are there are different tools available for cyber forensics. So for analyzing the digital evidence, so depending on like what type of data we have, like we have data sitting on a storage disk, we have a particular tool. We have some data which is coming from the network, then we have different tool. We have like logs, we have then we have different tool like cloud or mobile device. So depending on the data available, we have different tools and the techniques. But here in the social engineering, so here basically the attacker attacks or a person's human behavior, try to exploit it, try to gain the trust and emotions, and try to use them as a bait, or try to use them as a source of cyber attack. Then the timing. So when we are using cyber forensic, it's a post incident, it's a reactive thing, whereas the social engineering in the proactive one means before actually happening the incident. This is gaining the access before access. This is the proactive one. So uh, before incident happens, this social engineering is happening. Then what is the focus of cyber forensics? So it focuses on the systems, data, networks, technical vulnerabilities, but whereas social engineering basically focus on the human element.
Sorry to interfere you, ma'am. Can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure. Go on.
We have like a memory forensic also, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
So that will be different, or it is a part of cyber forensic, ma'am?
So that is not different. That is a part of a tool in the cyber forensic. It is a memory forensic, means depending on the type of data available to analyze. So we have memory forensic. So volatility memory means, suppose we have a RAM data, right? So to uncover that evidence on disk, it is crucial, because it is crucial to many modern attacks like malware or rootkits, fileless threads,
Right.
to operate primarily in memory, right? So here the attack is happened on the memory, RAM memory, right? So in order to analyze data, we have like memory forensic. So here what we can do, what we have to do, we have to capture and analyze that RAM memory from the live system to identify that malicious activity. So here, this memory forensic, what it has to do, it has to capture and analyze RAM memory from the live system. It should identify the malicious activity on the running process, the network connections it has to analyze, and the injected code. So it is something different than the disk forensic. So disk forensic means the data is sitting on a storage device, but here this memory forensic basically deals with the volatile data that can disappear when the system is powered off. That is the difference.
Thanks a lot,
But
ma'am.
whereas disk means it will stay in the disk. Once you switch off, you can switch on and you can get the data. But whereas in the memory forensic, it will disappear when the memory is gone, right? When the system is powered off, right? So that is a challenging thing in the memory forensic.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. I got it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I just want to discuss some case studies which had already happened. So we are just we have to like analyze these case studies so that we can prevent them in the future. Yeah. So one case study has happened. There are many case studies I can say. So which are already happened. So one is the major case studies, I can say, major scams that happened. So I can say that is Google and Facebook, which has happened. Which has happened between 2013 to 2015, which there was a huge amount of data loss in 100 million scam is there, and Twitter's 2020 hack. We have like Uber's 2022 data breach, and we have RSA Security 2011 attack. So just I want to highlight on one thing. Yeah, so one thing is Uber's 2022 data breach. So this was, the hacker was like 18 years old hacker. So this boy, he targeted the Uber contractor using multi-factor authentication. You know the multi-factor authentication, right? So whenever suppose we are logging into our bank system, so you just give your username and password, then you'll get OTP to your one more authentication step, we can say. So you'll get the OTP to your mobile, and once you give the OTP, then you will be able to log into your bank account. That is multi-factor authentication. So here the attacker bombarded, like he sent so many messages to the contractor phone with multi-factor authentication request. Then he called to the same person, like posing as IT staff member, and said that as you are getting multiple multi-factor authentication requests, just click on that stop at the notifications. Then the target stop the notification. So once he stopped the notification, he has access, because there is no OTP, he just need username and the password. So he just hacked the system of Uber, which hanged for several hours of that entire Uber system. This has happened in 2022. And yeah. Then one more famous breach has happened for Google and Facebook. So this is the one of the largest corporate phishing fraud in the histories. So this has targeted two global sectors, Google and the Facebooks, in the year 2013 to 2015. Means for the 2 consecutive years, this particular what do you call the attack was occurring for 2 years. So this was like done by a person from some part of Europe. So he just this Google and Facebook, they have like a contact with the quantum computer for something, and quantum computer is like a vendor for this Google and Facebook. These are the like real tech companies. So this person impersonate as a quantum computer. He registered one LLC like Quanta Computer. It is not the quantum computer, but he registered his company as a Quanta Computer LLC and tried to breach into the Google and Facebook. He sends different emails posing that he is the vendor for them, and Google and Facebook, they paid without detecting the fraud, without detecting anything. The um, Google and Facebook, they paid the amount to that person. So here, what are the techniques he used in order to, compromise this, or in order to implant this particular attack? So business email compromise. So business email. So he created a fake email, so which looks similar to the quantum computer. For example, the quantum computer was quantum, some username at the rate of quantum.com, but he created as a quanta.com LLC. So the fake email, it looks similar, identical to the real vendor. And he even used the domain spoofing, and he created the invoices. He sent the payment reminders to the Google and Facebook, and he get the payment. So when he get the payment, what he did, he just routed those payments like using a different bank accounts. He gives his own bank accounts or different bank accounts throughout the globe, and he tries to get the money. So what are the red flags missed here by Google and the Facebook? So here there is a slight domain spelling variation between quantum computer and the quantum computer. So, and that was missed by Google and Facebook for 2 consecutive years. And unusual account destination. So bank account destination, they could have, you know, checked or properly. So they didn't check the bank account destination properly, and repeated urgent emails. So this person, who is posing as a vendor, was sending urgent emails to pay the amount. So they were just ignoring these urgent emails, and large payments were approved without any escalation. So this person spoofed the website, and made these payments approved. So when these payments are approved, every time, so they didn't escalate the issue why these payments are being approved. Large amounts are being approved, so they didn't escalate anything, and no callback verification was done with the real vendor. So these was the mistakes or the red flags missed by the Google and Facebook. So what cyber forensic investigation may have done? So can anyone give me like what could have the forensic team has done? Okay, so they could have you know identify the email headers. So uh, for spoofing, what are the email headers they are receiving in the spoofing? What is the IP address of the sender? Bank account trail. So when Google and Facebook was paying amount to the bank accounts, so they can go back to the bank account, digital fingerprints across the multiple transaction, like matching timestamps, like from the email and the server when the email was sent, when the amount is being paid. So this everything logs. So so the tools may have used like e-discovery tools, headers, because headers should be analyzed in the email because everything was done using the email, phishing email. So those headers might have analyzed financial transactions tracing. So when they Google and Facebook, they made the financial transactions, so they have traced the financial transactions. And law enforcement for auditing. So once we have everything in order to audit whatever the data they have, whatever the crime they have detected, so documenting that we have discussed, that is the important stage. So they might have gone for documenting that so that they can present before the stakeholders and before the law. So so corporate security, what Google and Facebook have done, might have done in order to avoid this. They might have gone for the multi-layer vendor verification, right? Always verify bank details, because before 2013 they were paying to some bank account, to actual quantum computers. But after that, in 2013 to 2015, they were paying to different bank accounts. Every time the bank details have been changed. So they might have verified why the bank details are changing. Right, mandatory callback verification. Any person from the Google or Facebook, they might have called back to the bank or find out the details whether it belongs to the quantum computer or not. Right, and Google and Facebook might have conducted the different employee awareness campaigns for educating the employees for this phishing and BEC training. So to make to aware to make the awareness, to create the awareness among the employees about this phishing emails, they might have done that, or stronger financial controls. So dual approval for the large payments means whenever there are like a large payments, they might have gone for multi approvals instead of this approval by a single person, single department. They might have gone for different stages of the department, different departments involved in approving the large payments. And real time fraud monitoring, they might have gone for one separate department for for monitoring this type of fraud. Then email security, they might have gone for a strong email security. We might have we have like different email securities available, so they might have enforced this email security. And flag lookalike domains, they might have created or the flag lookalike domains like quantum computer and quantum computer. They might have done that to avoid this social engineering. So this Google and Facebook, it has involved some billions of uh, loss to Google and Facebook. Yeah. So this is about real-time case studies. One of the real-time case studies we have like a different. Also, Twitter's hack 100 billion. So this Google and Facebook, it was 100 million scam. they lost 100 million in the scam, Google and Facebook. So, yeah. So can anyone give me some prevention techniques for the social engineering? We have studied like a cyber forensic, we have studied the social engineering. So how can we prevent this social engineering?
The best example, best thing they have to be awareness, ma'am.
Okay.
Because whenever we are clicking or any particular thing, we should be aware that what we are doing. And you told the shoulder surfing, that is also because even in offices also we don't know who is looking behind us and they are checking our passwords.
Correct.
So that is
Yeah.
usually we are not caring at all, but when we face the problem, then we thought, oh, aisa ho gaya, waisa ho gaya actually. So
Yes. We are keep learning, or those incidents are happening in daily life. Right. Suppose if you take US is a very forward country, but still in US every year some 100K cases file for the social engineering. They try to threat. They try to make a call. They try to threat. They'll ask to buy gift cards for them. They'll try.
I mean, India's simple example is like a digital arrest. That is
Yeah.
one type of that. They know that that is fake, but still due to the scareness and due to like they are getting fear and they are thinking, okay, that is done correctly actually. So we should be like aware for this. Then only it can be.
Correct. Yeah, that's a good one. Naresh, anyone else? So
Hello.
awareness is one thing. Any other
Hello.
answer? Yeah.
Ma'am, I have one
Yeah.
solution.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can be say a universal solution. If you remove the greediness from your mind, so, so no one can trap you.
Correct.
This is the only one solution as I think.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. But there are some situation, for
Yes.
example, an attacker may call to a person's father, because I have seen this all in the news. They'll try to call their father and saying that your son is studying in US and they are in a trouble. Okay, that doesn't comes under greediness. I agree with you. Greediness is a major thing, but they try to emotionally block you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
in addition to greediness, so that is correct. Like when they'll try to click on this, you'll get something if you click on this. So that is, but in addition to that, they know everything, right? So how they can potentially like attack a person, right? So may not be using a money, maybe using emotionally. Also, they'll try to hack you or try to impersonate a person. Yeah, that's a good one. Any more answers?
Just adding, ma'am, actually, because presently, as we are the social people, so they're always with our emotions. Because as you also told the example, I'm just adding in that. For example, our grandparents, for example. So suppose
Correct. Yeah.
calling to our grandparents and they tell that your son, your like this happened, that happened. So they will be not knowing much. So generally, they speak with their emotions.
Correct. Yeah.
Because
Correct.
we always give, as a human being, we always give the importance to emotions. Money, agree. Money, greediness is agree. But both are one of the like a most important factor by why which it is happening the social engineering attacks actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. So awareness, greediness. Any more answers? Yeah. So from our discussion with you and from my previous discussion, so these are something like don't open email attachment if you don't know the sources. So whenever you get an email, try to if the sender is not in your inbox, try to find out like from where you are getting now. Even we are getting so many emails, right? But whenever you get an email from anyone, so just try to see from where, what is the domain for that. Okay, it may look alike, to already existing one, try to Google it. What is the um, domain of a particular company? Suppose you're getting an email from Myntra, right? What is the actual email for your bank or Myntra or some website, right? Whatever you get. So whenever you get an email attachment or email, don't click on anything. Just find the source. What is the source of that particular email? Then use multi-factor authentication. So as we discussed, you try to activate multi-factor authentication for everything. For example, for your account, it can be any account. It can be your tax account, it can be your bank account, it can be your anything. So for any type of account, you try to activate multi-factor authentication, because we will be having option to activate it. Generally what we'll do, we'll go with the basic things, and we don't activate the multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication means you give the username and password, you log into your mobile, log into your bank account or tax accounts or any your shopping website account, because you'll give. So in India, okay, it is most a cash on delivery, but we have like online payments also, wherein you'll give your key, like credit card information to the bank website or to shopping website, Amazon. So in that case, we have to have the multi-factor authentication. You should get a OTP from the, once you log in, you should get OTP from the account wherever you, whatever you're logging in. So that you give it, type in and log into your system. Then beware of tempting offers. So this is the greedy one we were discussing, right? So just be aware of the offers. No one will give, in this world, no one will give anything for free. That is the uh, one statement I can say. So no one will give anything for free. So whenever, if anyone is offering something, so just try to identify whether it is legible or not. Then clean up your social media. So social media, you, whatever you do, everything we keep in the social media. Maybe it can be a WhatsApp, or it can be LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever it is. You try to clean up your social media every time, and don't post your personal information on the social media. Suppose you just clicking a photo with your grandparents and posting on the Instagram. So boom, they know about you, your grandparents. They try to trace back to your grandparents and try to find out information about you. They'll try to attack the target, the grandparents, because they're old. They don't know anything more about much about the technology. Yeah. Then install and update antivirus and other software. So make sure, so whenever, suppose I have a antivirus in my system or any other softwares in the system, what will do, you just go on automatic updates turning on, because in that case automatically you'll get the updates, no need to click on anything, right? So what the attacker will try to do, will try to send a email that you have to update your software. So then if you click on that link, some malicious software may be installed on your system. So in order to avoid that, you can turn on automatic updates, and automatically the software will be updated. No need to click on any of the links. So that is one of the things I can say. And backup your data regularly. Okay, maybe it is applicable to a person, or it can be a company or anything. So in any corporate world or in any person or anything, so we have to make the copies, we have to make the backup of any data. That is first and foremost thing. And avoid the plugins, USBs. So whenever you have USBs is the major source of malware software. So disable auto run. So sometimes we have like auto run options. So auto run options means the person can directly attach USB without your notice and auto run. It will automatically run and install the software. So you have to disable the auto run option, then it won't automatically auto run. Then destroy the sensitive documents regularly. So if you have a sensitive documents like bank account, because we discussed one thing where the attacker will try to find the garbage, right? So whenever we have sensitive document, they should be shredded properly, they should be destroyed properly. So So that is one important thing. So, what is the conclusion I can say? So, conclusion is like cyber forensics is a vital and growing field. So that bridges the technology and the law. It ensures accountability and justice in the digital world because something already happened and cyber forensic is giving a justice to the attack. Whereas social engineering awareness, so we need, as you said, we should have awareness, social engineering awareness. This empowers the individuals to be the first line of the defense. So, so this is the first line of defense means they will act as a defense system to protect themselves from the attacker. So together, this cyber forensic and social engineering, so this form a critical part of cybersecurity strategy. So what are the future trends? We have like future trends in the cyber forensic. So now it is a AI world. So AI and machine learning in the forensic. So if at all you want to carry a research work in the field of computer forensics, you can search for this different AI-based methods or machine learning techniques to analyze the forensics. Cloud forensics we have IoT, edge device forensics, blockchain forensics, privacy preserving. So these are the different using the quantum computing. So these are the future trends we can think of in the field of in the world of cyber forensics. So in the similarly at the same time, okay, this future trends applicable to social engineering also. So that awareness is needed. So means when we are saying AI to everything, AI can be applied to the social engineering. They may use AI to, attack the people, right? Deepfake. We have deepfake. You might have listened about deepfake. Okay, synthetic media, social engineering via IoT or the smart devices, right? Psychological proofing using big data, like using the game. Suppose a child or the kids or the teenagers, nowadays everyone is playing the games, so using the games they'll try to attack the people or hybrid kind of attack. So when we are saying AI is in our daily life, this the attacker may use the AI techniques for the social engineering as well. So awareness in that field is also important. So before concluding, so any questions? I forgot to include the question and answers slide here, but any questions before going to, I just want to give some questions to you. Any questions to me?
Ma'am, again, Neeraj.
Yes, Neeraj, go.
Ma'am, we have a lot of AI tools right now, correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
Whether it is good for like a cyber or like a cyber crime or cyber forensic, or it is a bad sense. Hope you got what I'm asking. Means I'm just want to know if I'm using it, means it is using more in the dark side, or it is using more in the bright side, AI.
Oh, what is the current one?
No, actually, it is using in a for more prevention or more in attack, ma'am, presently AIs.
Oh, present use. Okay. See, AI used everywhere. So in the digital world, it can be used. So when I'm saying digital world, so it can be used in anywhere, right? Actually, we have a tool, AI tool. So you use for a bad or you use for a good thing. It can be in anywhere, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
So
So
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am.
So AI is, as we see, we don't know about the cyber forensic as a common man. We don't know how they are using AI in the cyber forensic, but when coming to using the AI, it is very instant, right? We have one deep fake, right? So once we have deep fake in the, Gemini AI, so when we have one thing in the market, people start using it very immediately. They fake the persons, they're like faking the person's images and just posting in the social media. I'm saying that AI powered social engineering more faster than the AI powered forensics. That's what I'm saying. So it can be used for good or bad, but we are seeing the impacts of bad very fast than whatever the good is happening in the forensic technique. As a common man, we are seeing this very fast than that one.
Got it, ma'am.
Yeah.
One more thing, because these all are the part of cyberspace actually.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there's no boundary of cyberspace.
Mm.
So again, it will be like a very big headache, and like if something is happening, how to we are going to prevent?
Correct.
Because there's no governance, there's nothing for like for the cyberspace. Am I correct, ma'am?
Correct. So preventing is, we cannot prevent anything. So as we discuss, awareness is the major thing. So whatever the techniques we have, like whatever the future trends we use, AI powered or whatever it is. So in the world of, suppose in the world of cyber security, right? For example, corporates. So whatever the techniques they use for installing the attacks, go for whatever the measures we can take for the cyber security, like multi-layer authentication, awareness, creating the awareness among the employees, or the social engineering awareness, towards this phishing emails, or that is more important, what I'm saying, because they may use different AI implementation techniques for threatening everything, but still the awareness is more important. Advanced social engineering is more important. When we are making advance in the AI, we have to make advance in the cyber forensic, we have to make advance in the social engineering prevention also.
Ma'am, I got it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Did I answer your question?
I got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. The protection is like, whenever that is improving, we have to improve this also. At the same time, both should be tightening. Yeah.
Got it, ma'am.
Yeah, you can go for encrypting the sensitive data, more strong encryption techniques. You can use like zero trust architecture. We have to, minimize insider threats. So use, like whenever you are using AI for planting the attacks, at the same time, use more AI techniques to build it strong. Build like strong encryption techniques, protect uh, means build more protection against this AI phishing. That's what I want to say.
Got. Thank you, ma'am. Excellent.
Yeah. So, any more questions? Yeah. So I have 7 minutes in hand. So just I want to give some questions. So you can answer your questions in the chat. Yeah. So, laptop theft investigation. A company reports that employee's laptop was stolen from their car. A person's employee's laptop was stolen. That laptop belongs to a company. So, logs show that suspicious login attempts were made from a foreign IP soon after. So, my question is, as a forensic investigator, suppose you are a forensic investigator, what would be the first step you should take? Just type your answer. Whether you confront the employee or acquire the laptop data from the backups for forensic image, block the foreign IP, or reinstall the OS on all company laptops. Block IP, block foreign IP.
We will acquire the laptop data from backup for forensic
For
imaging.
me too, it appears that B.
Yes. Okay, block IP. C and B. There is a strong laptop devices to be sealed. Okay. Okay, Neeraj B. Okay, so who gave the answer first?
B.
Yeah, I think Shubham Shukla, B. acquire the laptop data from?
Ma'am, I told first, ma'am. This is Tabassum.
Okay. Oh, Tabassum. Okay.
I
I
gave
told
first
orally
is C,
also.
Ganesh. If you can see in the chat list, my answer is on first top.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I
Tabassum
haven't
and Shubham.
seen.
Yeah. Tabassum and Shubham, you both are correct. So the first thing we do is first try to get the backup from the forensic image, because as it is already laptop is with the attacker, they may try to connect to the server and damage the data. So before blocking the foreign IP, before blocking that, first take the backup of data. That is correct. So we'll go to the next question. Yeah. So a server is encrypted overnight. Attackers demand the Bitcoin. What is the most important evidence to collect immediately? I think this is easy.
It is A maybe. No. Screenshots. Ransom note. A is WhatsApp message.
Okay. So is it so the answer is the full disk image of the infected server. So who gave the answer first?
Myself, ma'am.
Neeraj, Dr. Neeraj?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for your answer. Supriya also at the same time, 8:56, I can see. Shubham also at the same time, Supriya also same time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Almost everyone gave me the answer. Thanks for your answer. Yeah. So a person holding coffee asks an employee to hold the door because they forgot their access card. Which social engineering attack is this? Hold the door and asking the person and try to enter into the restricted area along with the employee without their notice. Okay, so I don't want to take much time, and thanks for your answer. It's tailgating. I think it is
Waiting for somebody.
Dr. Neeraj again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Could not go back and see. Yeah, Dr. Neeraj. Yeah, Lakshmi Deepti as well. Yeah, thanks for your answer. Is it finished? So one more, I have only 1 minute in hand. So employee receives an email claiming their Microsoft 365 password is expiring. Link redirects to a fake login page. Which technique is being used? So email, yeah. So email again, Aarti, Neeraj, Savita. So everyone almost, Tabassum, Achna, Mahendra. Yeah, everyone got the same answer. Yeah, phishing. It is phishing. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I'm running out of time. Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Salim sir, Shravan sir, Tanvir madam, all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to deliver the lecture. And I wish you all the best for your FDP for the next sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Despite the sore throat and the challenge, you completed the session with peak. I think starting trouble tha. Okay. For a formal vote of thanks, I would actually request Dr. Shravan to please propose the vote of thanks.
Yeah, very good evening, madam. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for today's enlightening session on cyber forensics and social engineering. We extend our sincere gratitude to our distinguished resource person, Dr. Pavani Madam, for delivering such an informative and engaging session with case studies and real-world examples.
3000 ते 4000
The in-depth
करली
explanation
1500
of
ते
cyber
4000
forensic
दूर
techniques,
500
the
ते
importance of digital evidence, and step-by-step investigation process provided us with a clear understanding of how cyber crimes are detected and analyzed. In addition, the discussion on social engineering attacks, including phishing, snooping, and real-time examples, highlighted the human element of cybersecurity and the need for awareness and preventive strategies. The case studies and examples shared today not only strengthened our theoretical knowledge, but also helped us connect concepts with real-world applications, making the session truly impactful. We also thank all our participants for their active involvement and insightful questions, which made the session more interactive and meaningful. Thank you, madam. Thank you for accepting our invitation and taking the session and enlightening us during this early morning time for you. Thank you, madam.
Yeah. Thank you for taking 2 more minutes. Yeah, thank you all the participants. You are very active and you are listening to my presentation. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Ma'am, thank you, and apologies. Okay, we had to trouble you despite your sore throat, and thank you so much that you went that extra mile for all of us to have this meaningful session. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Dear participants, please do take a short break of about 2 minutes, and we'll be back about by 7:35 to take the next session. The next session will be by Dr. Ailanta from NIT Warangal. Thank you. Dear participants, I'm sure that all the learned colleagues who are in the meeting are aware that the attendance will be taken from the Zoom. Okay, so we'll be downloading the Zoom as per the, we'll be downloading the attendance as per Zoom meeting links that you have joined. And second thing is a humble request to please join with your name as it is registered. Okay, we are sharing the feedback form so that we can have a check on correlating the attendance as well as the feedback. So it is just a reminder that please join in from the name. In case you have joined the meeting with some other names, please keep us informed about it. We will be sharing a Google form to collect that particular data. But kindly consider that it will be from the feedbacks that you have already sent. So there will be no separate Google form that will be sent. It is the same Google form that we are collecting your feedback. We hope that you are entering the data that you have registered, your name and your email ID on the ATAL portal. Without further ado, I would request our colleague Ufera ma'am to please introduce the speaker for the next session.
Welcome back, folks. It is my pleasure to introduce our expert of this session, Professor K. Ailaya, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at NIT Warangal. Professor Ailaya brings a solid research and teaching background in areas including biometric security, image and video processing, deep learning, and network and system security. Over his academic career, he has contributed substantially to the field with numerous journal publications, conference papers, and supervisions of doctoral students. Today's topic is method of penetration testing and SQL injection. This is extremely relevant to understand how penetration tests and SQL injection techniques works, as it helps us not only to identify vulnerabilities but also to build more secure web and database applications. We are privileged to have Professor Alaya guide us through this session. Sir, you can take over. Thank you.
Very good evening, sir. Welcome, sir. There's a small correction. Sir will be telling about the biometric security in today's session. Thank you.
Yeah, very good evening, all. Warm
evening.
welcome to the session. Actually, I will connect how this penetration testing will be done and how we can integrate biometric security, to address the limitations of these attack strategies. So let me share my PPT. I know where exactly the sharing option.
Sir, there is a share that you can see, sir. Share.
Share, just a minute. The bottom or?
You have logged in from a system, sir?
Sorry?
हाँ, bottom में tools में share रहेगा.
More.
Sir, up arrow like ఉంటుంది ఒకసారి చూడండి.
Up arrow.
కిందనే మన రియాక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి చూడండి, దాని పక్కన ఉంటుంది షేర్. చాట్ రియాక్షన్స్ షేర్.
Sorry, chat reaction. Okay. Actually, I have some, throat and infection and cold now. Just now started because maybe this cold weather or this thing. Yeah. It's okay. Methods of penetration testing. So this particular presentation will first see how attackers perform penetration testing, then how this SQL injection occurs and why it is dangerous, followed by how we can integrate, as I said, biometric security to build a robust cyber defense system or good defense system, right? So I'll connect here like how attacks happen, like the offensive security with the defensive biometric mechanisms, okay, which is crucial today in today's digital era, right? That is Aadhaar-based authentication, AML-driven applications, wherever these attacks are nowadays common. So this is my agenda, like what is penetration testing, the goal, like so the goal of penetration testing, and then we discuss each step an attacker, how we will perform this penetration testing. Next, we'll explore SQL injection with a little. Actually, I'm not that much expert here with SQL and these things, right? So then, why actually these password systems will fail? Like current day systems we are using wherever the applications, right? Well, whatever the application, we use traditionally the passwords and usernames and passwords. So why they will fail? Then the role of biometric security and their strengths. So finally, the integrated architecture, that is how we can integrate all these components into a, as I said, a better defensive system. I think maybe many sessions may be covered what exactly this penetration testing, how attackers will plan, right? So just I'll cover the basics, like the goal, why he will, why the attacker means what exactly penetration testing. As we know, this is to identify the attack points, like the breaches in uh, uh, our systems, like that maybe our network or our organization. So wherever, so by using this penetration testing, you can identify the security breaches in the overall system, right? So this is called, actually we can call it as ethical hacking or legal hacking, right? Method to identify the vulnerabilities. So this actually simulates, as I said, the real attacker behavior. So we came to know any of our systems are means prone to vulnerabilities, right? So this helps and strengthen the systems before actually the damage occurs, right? So that suppose, let example that may be a website. So checking if a website login can be bypassed, right? Or so any databases like our databases will be there. So using this SQL injection or whatever the methods, is there any possibility of accessing those databases and modify the records, right? And again, I mean, a lot of things. Suppose user privacy. If we say user privacy, like suppose medical records or financial records. Suppose if the bank system is let's say prone to vulnerabilities. Suppose using this thing, we can easily identify like whether is any breaches are there in that particular this thing. Right? So means before this damage occurs, we can use this kind of legal hacking technique, whether the systems are secure or not. So this is now standard in every government organizations like DRDO, banking, other systems, and even the cloud providers also. Right. So these are the different phases basically for an attacker to do, to test whether these attack points are there, any attack points are there or not. Right. The first phase is information gathering. First we need to know like what are the different what exactly the target and how to get that information. Suppose let's say to enter into my world. Like suppose let us my email or my banking account. So people basically use many techniques like social media techniques, right? That is called basically phishing. Like they'll become close to us and they'll try to get our personal information, like our you know means family names, family members, what they are doing. So become close, and generally what people will do, we'll put let's say my daughter name and something at the rate 123 or 143 or 12345, right? Or underscore at the rate underscore 12345. Like that, people will use usernames and passwords. So if that particular person, his intention is to gather some sensitive information from us, right? And latter he may use this some brute force or methods. Even we can a lot of techniques, shoulder surfing, a lot of terminology will be there. Suppose while we are entering our passwords, they may see from our back that is shoulder surfing, or password sniffing, or different methods are there. Anyway, security people, they know most of these terminologies, right? So that is a first phase in information gathering. Next, once is having identify the target points, like where actually there is a chance, he will use some probing systems to enter into which ports are which are weaker. Like suppose let's say so that is the second phase. So you will identify the weakest points in that particular organization or system. Then use different scanners to detect the weaknesses. That is finding vulnerability analysis. Then if latter, what he will do is slowly he will break into the system and he will become the admin, right? And complete control he will take. And further, he may delete, the logs and the footprints, whatever used there. Right. So as I said, this attacker mindset, he'll use different medias, not only like social media, that is social engineering. He may search in Google about you. He may search in Google about that particular organization. See, I'm not talking about only personal. It may be anything like that may be organization, that may be personal accounts, or whatever it may be, right? Private or public sectors also. So the major thing is he'll get some information from Google or social media. This means he'll search in the platforms to know something about what he wants actually. Then he'll scan different ports, like he'll try to enter into, suppose let's say we have different application ports, right? So he'll use his different techniques to identify the breaches in that particular ports. And finally, he'll try to identify the entry points. Then he'll identify the live hosts who are there, what are the different directories, or what are the different systems or applications are there in that particular system, or who are the different users, their personal information, like using these open ports. And this is actually called enumerate user services directories, as I said. So he'll try to scan the entire system after entering into that particular system. So I can tell you more examples here, like so here what I said, suppose enumerate users. So he's try to get their employee email IDs, employee personal data, or different attack points wherever possible. What are the, as I said, what are the different applications, are open applications, are unsecure, insecure applications, like that. He will try to search in that. So anyway, these are the different exploitation techniques, but I'm new to these particular things. So SQL injection means SQL injection, as per my knowledge, he will let's say this is a type of attack over the databases, right? So we have some queries, right? We'll use some queries, database queries. So what we'll try to do, we'll use some queries to change the tables or data in the thing, or sometimes he'll suppose generally in form validation. I know, like in form validation, like we have to enter our username and password. So the username should be, it should be it should consist of some 8 character. There is a mix of these things, right? So while entering, we'll use some techniques like suppose if that condition is true, then only it will be we can access that resource or enter into that system, right? So we'll use some simple queries like suppose R1 equal to 1, that is always true, right? So one of the input to the query as username, let us use R1, R that being bit 1 equal to 1 always, right? So simple, this kind of things you'll use, and you'll try to because that will be always true, right? So so using these techniques, he may alter the data or he may enter the system, right? Or cross-site scripting. So this may be used to steal the browser cookies, like whatever the stored data in the cookie, that can be using this they can access. So basically, this broken authentication, as I said, if that is easily guessable passwords or easily guessable usernames are there, they are more easy, like enter into that system. Or malware injection, as I said, suppose if something is installed into your computer, let's say the typing password sniffing concept, right? The type of password, whatever we are typing, that maybe there is that is installed, so it is that will be recorded there, right? So they can use these techniques to get the passwords and these things. So anyway, these are the different things they'll do. Yeah, as I said, SQL injection overview. Attackers inject malicious SQL queries or exploit insecure input handling, allows bypass authentication, and can extract and modify or delete database records. So using this technique, they can do these different kind of damage. So that leads to credential thefts, right? Passwords and usernames, admin account takeover, right? He may enter and the system and will take the control of the admin. So full database access, data deletion, corruption, total server compromise. Right? So these are the different damages that can be. Now I will enter into my particular this concept. Right. So first, if we have this weak or reused password, generally, traditionally, what we'll do as a human or as a means as a personal or as a admin, what I will do, I'll use weak passwords basically. That means, as I said, like my daughter name @ something, right? Or I'll use reused passwords. Suppose generally I'll have multiple accounts. Let's say multiple social media accounts, multiple bank accounts, multiple Gmail accounts. So it is difficult to remember these many passwords, right? These many usernames and passwords, right? So what we will do, as it is difficult to remember these many account passwords, so we use common password for all of them, right? So if sometimes if any one of them is compromised, if any application is compromised, right, using this hacking techniques, if any attacker enters into one of your system, let's say your banking application, right? So he can do damage, or if he enter into your Gmail account, he may send he may damage your faith and all these things by sending false messages or falsified messages to your friends, relatives, and these things by asking money or by asking some favor, right? So that is a problem with the password-based mechanism, basically. So once compromised, you will enter. But if you use same password for all other your accounts, again that is a greater damage, because he will enter into your complete world, right? Anyway, there are solutions. Someone may ask, like nowadays banking means not only username, password, OTP will be there. Okay, but if they see later, they can also people are doing like getting your mobile number, blocking by for 1 hour or something, or getting new mobile number, or different things they are doing. Or they may ask, they may call you by using some phone call. We are from bank people. You got some OTP. Like there are a lot of things they are doing, right? Okay, multi-level authentication, multi-level systems are there. But anyway, he is entering into, at least in the starting stage, right? So these easily stolen, because passwords easily stolen via phishing. As I said, he may do friendship with you, or he may search in Google for your details, or something by some way. It is easy to guess the passwords, right? Or SQLi bypasses login forms. As I said, while you are entering your username and password, yeah, right? The SQL bypasses your login forms, because both username and password is true, that will access your system, right? So if the proper validation is not there, so SQLi also bypasses your login forms. So he will enter into your bank account, or he will, like that. So attackers hijack accounts even without knowing passwords, right? Now, what is biometric security? So here I'm going to cover a few topics, basically. So if we use multiple passwords, so the limitation is that it is difficult to remember. If we have common password, so again there is a issue, right? And one more issue with the passwords is that, okay, before that we'll cover a little bit about biometric security, and we'll come back, right? So now, where biometric security, like we'll use our biometric characteristics, right? Our face, our fingerprint, our voice, our gait pattern, our voice, as I said, iris, different these things we'll use, right? And basically, this is hard to steal or forge, because these biometric characteristics are with us. No one can steal, basically, but forge is there, right? That I will cover later. That is a security issue with biometrics, but more reliable than passwords. So no need to remember. And before to password, suppose let's say there are traditional methods like ID card based methods. In ID card based methods also, we have to carry that ID card. In password, we have to we have to remember the password, right? But here, no need to carry or no need to remember with biometrics, right? So even biometrics, as I said, they are more secure than password based or traditional ID card based methods. Themselves are prone to security attacks. Let's say one thing I'll tell you. See, in these usernames or passwords or biometric features or biometric, let's say our face, they'll store in some databases, right? So again, the attacker can use similar techniques to break that system and access your biometric data. So this biometric data can be used for malicious other applications or these things, because as we know, suppose our face is compromised, we have a single face, right? That face image is compromised, we have a single face, so we cannot regenerate a new face, right? But whereas in traditional ID card or password based mechanisms, If your ID card is lost, if you lost your ID card, you can go to office and they'll give new ID card by canceling the old one, right? And the second issue is that with passwords also, if you forget or if you assume that your password is compromised, so basically what we'll do, we'll click on forgot password. We'll click on forgot password and we'll get a new password. But in the case of biometric security, that is face, suppose if your face is compromised or your fingerprint is compromised, let's say we have 10 fingerprints, only 10 options, right? Your face is compromised, we cannot regenerate a new face, right? So that's why instead of storing, actually this will happen, you know, because using your face, they may create your forged face like a mask or a photo, a similar deep fake kind of thing, right? So there is a chance that your biometric features can be misused, right? Let us assume we are having we took like more, we are storing the biometric our characteristic with more secure, like encrypted manner of this thing, right? But at the time of authentication, like verification, like whether you are you are the user who you are claiming or not, we have to decrypt it. So this decryption, this complete verification process will happen at some remote places, remote servers, right? Because our edge device, like our mobiles or our these low-end devices, will not have that much computing to process this, right? So how to trust that local, remote systems? So that is again another issue. So that's why the first issue what I want to cover here is that, like passwords, like ID cards, if once compromised, see any whatever the security defense we have today, tomorrow the attacker will break that, right? The attacker's strategy always is to break the current system. You'll come up with new ideas to break the current systems, right? So whatever now today we may think that, I'll tell you one example at the end. We may think that this is perfect, but tomorrow they will break that system, right? So that's why let us assume in unfortunate situation, assume our biometric characteristics are compromised in the servers or in the transmission, like a client machine to a server, means that a remote server, right? So how to regenerate, right? So this is the topic is called cancelable biometrics. So how we are canceling the passwords as well as ID cards. So we in case of biometric characteristics compromised, we have to cancel the old template and we have to generate a new template. So that is the first topic. I don't think so. I never used this Zoom. Any whiteboard is there? Okay. Whiteboard is there. So that is the first topic I want to go to. I'm going to cover today: cancelable biometrics, right? Then recently, like these spoofing attacks are common nowadays. Okay, before that we'll complete these things. So the biometrics, as I said, enhances security. That means prevents unauthorized login, and we can also use multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor means your fingerprint plus face or fingerprint plus OTP, password plus fingerprint, right? So this with the main advantage with this multi-factor authentication, because as I said, biometrics themselves are prone to attacks, right? So those things I will cover at the end. But see, to address that, we can use multi-factor authentication. Add something UR, right? this will protect admin panels even if SQLi leaks credentials, because we are using additional layer of security, that is biometrics. So this reduces insider threat attacks. So again, one more thing, which is very, very important: continuous biometric authentication systems. A user, let us assume he's a legitimate user, or he'll bypass the first layer of security using some, whatever I said, mask, means a genuine user's mask, or a genuine user's reply video, or a genuine user's photo frame, right? So some way he may bypass the system, right? And he will enter into the that particular organization or that particular computer or network. But always we know the attacker or this malicious persons, their behavior will be different. See, because he's doing some wrong thing, right? So that's why this continuous biometric authentication is a new topic, like where we can observe his typing patterns, because the genuine user basically relaxed way, he'll use the keyboard in a relaxed way, but there the attacker's intention is to do the damage, right, within some specified time or that thing. So the patterns will be different, and the mouse use, how he is using the touch pattern, even in voice patterns also we can use. Okay, so this detect imposters even after login. He may bypass the system, but later using these behavioral biometrics, we can identify even if he is doing any unethical or malicious things. So this will be useful again as session hijacking, and after session is hijacked, his patterns can be easily analyzed, and we can ask him to re-log in, right? Actually, we did recently 2 or 3 projects based on this. I'll show you. Means not one to warning. It will observe for 30 seconds, then 1 minute, 2 seconds, then 2 minutes. So if the pattern is continuous like that, then his connection will be lost, and he will be asked for re-enter his credentials, or this thing will be happen. So this is the advantage with continuous biometric authentication. Now, integrating biometrics with pen testing, this test spoofing and presentation attacks. Basically, this I'll cover. The model, whatever the biometric recognition systems, to be integrated with the PAD, presentation attack detection methods. So to validate resistance against face or fingerprint spoofing, actually we started this work, this fingerprint spoofing and face anti-spoofing, because last 2 years back in our institute, they introduced fingerprint-based attendance system for the students to monitor their attendance. But what students did, every day strength, by class strength is 90 actually. If we saw the strength, it will be 60 or 70 like that. But full means every student is getting attendance in the ERP. Just after 10 days, I verified. I know a few of the students, because second time means I'm handling a subject for them. In their second year also, I was there with computer architecture. And in third year, I'm handling this distributed computing for them. So one day I observed why the girl is not coming regularly, but how she is getting 10 out of 10 attendance. So slowly, along with what is that? This online attendance, fingerprint based biometric attendance, manually also started taking the attendance. I compared 2-3 days. Then they are doing some this thing. Malicious, like they prepared the synthetic fingerprints and they are bypassing our machine. They are asking their friends, like they are actually they'll be absent, but they are asking their friends to present their forged fingerprint on behalf of this student. And I read few of the news articles also, like this fingerprint fraud is happening in distributing, this government what is that called? Ration, like benefits, ration, and even the salaries to the employees, like they are not coming to the office, but I'll tell you that story also, how people are making money. That actually that motivated me to start working on this particular area. Like some Hyderabad or somewhere, I read some newspaper article. There are 100 employees. There is a contractor, sanitary contractor actually. He's employed like 100 workers under him for the sanitary purpose in that particular area, and they are following this fingerprint based attendance monitoring system only. He prepared, that contractor prepared, for every worker he prepared a synthetic, like using some glue and these things. I asked my students how you prepared. Then they said we searched in Google, so we prepared, sir, and almost everyone is having that. So in their absence, so like that, the contractor also prepared the forged fingerprints of all the workers. And he asked, like, you do in shift wise, 10 days, some worker, 30 workers or 35 workers will come. Another 10 days in shifts. 10 days, another 30 workers will come. In another next 10 days, remaining 30 will come and do this sanitation job of all 100 workers. Means out of 100, daily 30 are attending, but for 100 workers, attendance is marking. Right? So at the end of every month, into their accounts, the government is crediting 15,000, because per daily wage they are giving around 500 per day. So for 30 days they are getting 15,000, and all 15,000 into these 100 members. Actually, they are doing shift wise, na? So along with this particular sanitary job, they are also doing another job. There they are getting money of 15,000, and here they are getting 15,000. From that 15,000, the contractor is asking. The contractor is taking some half of the amount. So half of the amount means that is 7,500 at least, around, and into 100. So he's making money of 7,50,000 per month. He's a a political leader's relative or something, without any studies and these things. But still he's making money out of money with this particular fraud, right? So after these 2 or 3 incidents, actually we started working on this, and we succeeded. I'll show you the demonstration also at the end if you want. Right? So this will means my intention is with this multi-factor authentication. Even see, as I said, we recently deployed like a designed a model that will identify whether you are presenting your real face or your photo or your mask. See, even I observed in some places, for face authentication, face live, whether that face is live or not, they are manually asking for blinking our eyes and rotate the face with right? But see, at the time of ration or something, if we use the face authentication, because that person is the already compromised one, that attack, that contractor or the ration dealer, right? So they may fix some mask to our face, and they'll cut simply at the eye blinking place, means at the eyes. After putting the mask, my mask, right? So that person, whoever spoofing me, he will, because there is a cutting eyes, right? So he will blink. So the system will say that he's a genuine user. Okay, so a lot of patterns actually we need to observe there, right?
Yes, sir, it can happen.
Sorry.
Yes, it can happen. But mask will be how it will be exactly similar to our face. Is it
No,
possible?
Because, madam, nowadays it means realistic masks are we can have it. Even recently we submitted this particular model to our Aadhaar because they asked means they called for some challenges with the MIT Ministry of Electronics and Information Systems, right? So the main problem with current Aadhaar system is that mask, because with real face, because easily we can have it. Even this what is that called, makeup and masks, very difficult, because if someone have the makeup like a person can be having a similar to our Amitabh Bachchan, or means that is easy, like uh, uh, having the type of mask and impersonating the real users. Okay, so
Sir,
that is
some online shopping sites are providing customized mask on your special request, as I have heard some pupils from some pupils.
yes, yes, sir. That's what. Even I'll show you the document. So, what are the different challenges in current Aadhaar system? Okay. So, even some types like photo, they can identify photo, because uh, in photo, the current system, what they are using some depth based features, like along with our image, RGB image, some depth patterns they are observing. So photo generally will not have the depth, 3D structure, right? uh, that 3D structure the photos will not have. So that's why photos they are able to get. But mask means it will cover the complete our face now. So the depth information also they are able to get. So it is detecting it as uh, true image, actually. That is a real image, but that is a mask. Okay. Right. Anyway, I'll show you that document also. We prepared the document, right? So this is one of the area actually we started working on. I'll show you the papers actually here. Okay. The second area I want to cover is that, like, once our biometrics is compromised in some form, so how to generate a new what is that called, template for the our face or fingerprint, whatever it may be. So actually, with this problem, latter the shift, like instead of storing our raw images, face or fingerprints, they'll extract some features from our biometric, that is our biometric characteristics, and they'll store features instead of raw images. Right? Suppose our face features like nose length, nose width, between the distance between two eyes, means there are many landmarks they'll collect from our face, and they'll store it in the database. But later again, the problem, suppose let's say in movies also many times we saw, if someone knows our features, the sketch artist basically, by after seeing that suppose person one person, they may draw, like they may draw the image of that a person. You means that, what I mean to say, reverse engineering is possible, based on, suppose if I know you, like if I saw you somewhere, easily I can say the features like the face color, hair color, or mean the patterns, right? In many movies also we saw, and in real situations also this was happened, right? So in here also the research was happened, like if we store the features instead of images also, people are able to get original images, right? So that's why uh, again, how to address these issues, right? So overall, anyway, that this overall using this biometric login and multi-factor authentication, we can address these issues. Means the attackers' strategies to mitigate, basically, for an organization or for a computer or network. And see this. And we can also use, as I said, these continuous monitoring techniques. Even once he logged into that means credentials. Using credentials, once we logged into that system also, later we can identify his behaviors. This is a conclusion, that is penetration reveals system weaknesses. As I said, this is a, this is to check whether the system is any breaches or not, right? So this is ethical hacking, right? So, but SQLi remains a top threat. So biometrics strengthens authentication. So combined architecture ensures modern cyber resilience. Means what I mean to say. Along with this, if we have one more layer of biometric security, that will and that is also along with this presentation attack detection and these things will help us, right? These I'll show you a few of my works. Basically published in good reputed venues. Yeah, so this is a Q1 journal. It will be transactions on biometrics, behavior, and identity science. And one more important thing here, the challenge actually that may detect masks or whatever it may be, but day by day, new types of attacks, new types of strategies like deep fakes, more realistic images also people are generating, like a genuine user, right? So a model, whatever the deep learning model that is trained on some known conditions may not work in adverse or these unknown domains or unknown conditions. Right? That means here what I mean to say, a model worked for seen attacks means that is trained on known or seen attacks, because known means it already trained on those attacks. But if an unknown kind of domain comes, they will not work. That is a major challenge in current days. Here. This is a corrected proof. You can see. So this is a core journal, which is a top journal in in our area, topest journal in our area. So with impact factor of 5, and this is a Q1 journal. You can see gradient reverse domain generalizable. So as I said, domain generalizable means that will work for known domains, but it should be generalized to unknown domains also, right? So this we have proposed, and this was published recently. You can see these are the different attacks. See, so suppose let's say real or fake. So for real, it is the biometric system. We are unlocking the biometric system using real, and the fake also. You can see current biometric systems are unlocking the system of this thing. So these are the different attacks. This is real, this is photo attack, this is video attack, and we have 3D mask attacks, this morphing attacks, replay attacks, and different these things will be there. Yeah, this is the literature. So as I said, here we have used this RGB stream and depth stream, not only RGB, because RGB only will not work. Still, I'll show you that's what 3D masks are unable to get the good results, but these other photos and replay video, these things, we got good results. So that's why again we come up with a new solution recently. Still, we are working on that. See, this is RGB stream and this depth stream. So use some cross attention module. So to integrate these two types of features from the RGBD images. Then this domain generalization concept, like gradient reversal layer, we have used to address the issue of domain shifts. and finally given to means this is a complete architecture. You can see this RGB stream and depth stream. From RGB, the features are extracted using vision transformer, and from the RGB image itself, actually we do not have few of the data sets are providing. RGBD stands for RGB plus depth, but there are some tools to extract depth stream from RGB. That is MIDAS tool, MIDA, somewhere here cited also. MIDAS depth stream will have it. So then to work with videos also, a temporal convolution network, like because that is a time series, right? The video means continuous frames will be there. So to analyze the differences in continuous frames for a video, here used a temporal convolution network, and this is a cross attention fusion module. Then finally here employed a gradient reversal layer to learn these domain invariant features, right? So this is architecture, overall architecture. This is a GRL layer for domain generalization. These are the different data sets, like presentation attack detection data sets have used, and you can see different types of attacks also. Just I will enlarge this. Yeah, what type of attacks these data sets will have. These are the videos in each data set. First data set 5,940 videos, like some small data sets, and these things are there. See, presentation attack types, you can see print video, print cut photo. Cut photo, as I said, photo will be there. That means like a mask, that is a photo, but they'll cut their eye spot, and for blinking purpose they will. Photo and replay video, photo, video, mask, and here one data set is there, 3D MAD, that is 3D mask, photo, video, print, replay, partial. These are the different. Anyway, how the data sets collected, and these are the details. You can refer. Actually, you can, if you open my Google Scholar, you get to know the different data sets. What is that? Yeah. Anyway, this is one of the work, and see, as I said, this is HTVR, means this value should be low. Suppose a model trained on Kesha FASD, this is table 10, you can see, on replay attack, model trained on Kesha FASD and testing on replay attack is not performing good. Just check 26.7. This should be closer to 0. Means this cross domain, right? So there is an issue with current systems, but even you can observe our model is performing with 19.06. This is called cross data set. As I said, trained on one and testing on another domain. This just observe here, 2D attack and 3D attack data sets. See, this is 3D MAD. This is mask data set. You can see when trained on 2D attack data set, and when we test on what is that called with masks, its performance, it should be closer to 0. Right? Still, there is a scope to improvement. What I mean to say, that's why I started working on this particular problem. This is computational analysis limitations, and right, same, right. One more. This is corrected proof. DRL. Yesterday only I submitted. Just check 4/12 and 2025. Today, actually, it is online today. So those charges, the email is also there. So this is 10.9 impact factor. So I think like means IEEE transactions means these are the world top journals. So in that, in my core area was. But this concept is a little different. Is that other proof? Right. This is context preserving and sparsity aware temporal graph network for unified phase forgery detection. So again, this is with my students. the main concept here is that we used here relation learning and temporal graph networks here. Relation learning for of different phase regions. You can observe here. Let us assume these are the 4 regions we are considering, right? So in a real phase, the relations means in a real phase, these different regions will have strong relations. But in forged, they may not match, they may not align properly. So that is modeled as a graph, right? That means modeled as a graph, and this we trained with this graph neural networks. So where you can observe here, this is the video. Let us assume we will extract some features from the using this is a simple CNN model only, but 3D CNN MC318 encoder, where this will extract the videos features, right? Spatiotemporal features, and they will be analyzed using this spatiotemporal attention to create that relations between different regions of the face. Okay, by learning these features, the model will generate whether different regions will have stronger correlations or weaker correlations. Weaker correlations means they will be dropped, they will be ignored, right? So based on this particular learning process, actually we have here 3 modules. You can see this is relational learning process followed by aggregation and classification. So here basically, as I said, some relations or some weaker edges will be dropped, right? So that dropping edges may lead to missing of some important information. So to train that particular information, here we have used an aggregation module that is using TAN. Yeah, here it is there. Temporal Adaptive Aggregation Network, right? So finally, it will be given for a graph convolutional network for prediction. Again, here we have worked with even deepfake datasets also. You can see these Kesha FASD. These are up to here. Yeah, CelebDF up to here. These are Celeb deepfake, face forensics, and wild deepfake. So this dataset description I'll show you somewhere. Right, this is a dataset description. The first 4 datasets are simple presentation attacks, and this 16, 13, and 51 are the deepfakes. Again, you can see, face forensics, deepfake, face swap, deepfake, face-to-face swap. Different types of attacks are there, and here in the second dataset, masks, makeup. Actually, these are the challenging one. I'll show you. See, remaining there are no these masks and makeup. So SIW MV2. Just check these results. The results with this data set. SIWs. Yeah, you can see accuracy 86, AUC 95, and HTER. Its value should be closer to 0, right? So 13.47. But again, someone may ask the CelebDF 27 because these are more challenging. As I said, deepfakes, more realistic, right? So that's why there is a performance drop with here also proposed 13.47. Still, these models are struggling like 26.90, 33.60. Like this is consists of 3D masks and these data. Right. So this is another this thing. I'll show you some demonstration in my drive. It is there. It's not old, but okay. Just for demonstration. Yeah, this is a real fake. Even see, basically first stage. Just I'll 1 minute. First stage, what we'll do, whether there is a real face or fake face. If real, then the system will validate whether you are a genuine user or not. See, the thing is that there are two phases here. You are authorized user or imposter, that is not matter first. Whether you are presenting your face or you are doing some morphing, or you are doing any presenting any fake face to bypass the system, right? So that's why first phase is real or fake, real or forged face. So this is a real face. You can see eye blinking, everything is there. See, medical glasses. This is also a type of attack actually. By wearing some different thing. Yeah, this is print photo. Just observe. The system is saying spoof. That is a photo, right? So that's why system is saying spoof. Yeah, this is half mask, but again, our model not presenting correctly. But later we rectified. Yeah, this is full mask. Eye blink is there. Rotations are there. So we are able to say that is spoof. But the current, because here it will extract depth as well as RGB features properly, and movements are there. So this is, just check. See, what I mean to say, current Aadhaar systems will not do all these things. Okay. Again, this is reply video. Cut photo. Photo, cut photo. See, backside in at the place of eyes. See, even low light condition, you can observe that is a real face. So that's why system is saying real. Low light with light blur. Right. So actually, what I'll show you that recent others. See, this is a scheme for innovation and technologization with Aadhaar. So the support also you can observe here up to 5 crores they are giving. For startups, it is 2.5 crores, and for academia like us, they are giving 5 crores. See, their challenge is face liveness detection for startup. This is contactless fingerprint authentication, because now, as of now, this is invasive only, right? This is contactless fingerprint authentication, one challenge, and second one is face liveness detection for startups, and for academia also presentation attack. Same. This is same, but to differentiate for startups and this thing, they said face liveness detection. See, this is the Mighty website. Sorry, this is with the Mighty Startup Hub support. Yeah, you can in UIDA website also you can see this call, and no more like the complete call details will be here. See, if I click on apply now, it will show you have already applied for this challenge, right? So just the details you can observe here. UI invite is Aadhaar invites proposals from academy to develop advanced presentation solutions that strengthen Aadhaar space-based authentication. This challenge is there to enable academy to innovate AML-driven PID techniques. PID stands for presentation that can detect a wide range of presentation, including print, reply, mask, morph, deepfakes, and adversarial manipulations. Right? The solutions must be accurate, privacy compliant, and scalable while supporting real-time or near real-time. This is the objective actually, because the system has to say immediately whether there is a real face or not, right? Otherwise, there will be big queue while distributing these government these things, right? Yeah, basically that their report also they are saying in their report they are saying somewhere it is there. This is the report, complete strat what they want and these things. Okay, anyway, these are the these and for cancelability, one more some works are there, and as I said, for continuous authentication, these are the projects our students are doing. This is again data hiding for biometric security only. This is the first project. Data hiding means biometric data hiding using some image technography based methods they have developed here. In Drive, their reports also there. See, a privacy preserving fingerprint verification framework using deep learning and blockchain. Cross-model learning based on flexible bimodal biometric authentication with template protection. This template protection is to provide security actually, because the raw details we cannot expose because of privacy, or they may be misused. And this particular work is focusing on if some user may not have this thumb for fingerprint matching. So how to address this issue, right? So in those situations, we can use his face. Like the model will be trained as in my first paper, as I said, between RGB and depth, right? RGB and depth, there will be doing some cross attention. So here also, this cross model learning will learn from, suppose, face with his voice, or voice with his face. If some modality is not working properly, because in aged people they are unable to capture their fingerprints, right? Because of their the ridge pattern will last because based on age, right? So this will help us. And as I said, the secure biometric based continuous authentication and user profiling. So this will be based on heartbeat and simple face matching initially, followed by heartbeat after while he's doing some this thing, because if he's malicious, his heartbeat will be different, right? So those patterns will be trained and can be analyzed for continuous authentication. This is another again blockchain and biometric verification will enhance security, privacy, and transparency. Secure continuous authentication, user profile. The titles are similar, but these students are using so they are using behavioral voice based, I think voice based voice like this. These are the different works actually, and I can show you many like this is one more cancelable biometric framework actually in the end stage. means about to submit. Any questions you can post in the chat box. I'll stop in 5 minutes.
So just that we need your email ID. Lot of research work you have. We would really want some advice.
Sure, madam. I will share.
Thank you, sir. Understandable.
Alias sir, I think there's one work that you forgot to mention. You remember that portrait recovery and stuff. So I think in forensics that could help. So if you could just kind of throw some light on that particular work of yours, it would be really great.
Your voice is not proper, Salim. Just a minute.
Yes. Image recovery. You had some work in the initial days that you were doing on image recovery. You remember?
Image recovery.
Yes. So image construction and recovery for forensics viewpoint. I think if you could just throw some light on that.
My work basically on this video activity recognitions.
So you remember
like,
once we were having a discussion and you mentioned there could be a portrait and it could be faded. So there are techniques of restoring or getting back the original thing. If there is something that you can speak on it would be great.
Okay, in image restoration we'll do that, but I haven't started as of now that one. So
Okay,
my topics you can see even in my Google's my website also.
Doctor, sir, actually, can you speak about iris scanning your eye and all?
Iris.
Yeah. Iris
so
scanning.
basically, we cannot use iris for traditional applications, madam, because people will not accept because we need to throw some light onto the eye and to get that pattern. So it may harm our eyes, right? So basically, eyes will be used in high security applications like airport security and those things.
No, actually, I have done some small work in retinopathy, diabetic retinopathy.
Madam.
So in that, that is now it has gone old. And
Yes,
what would you suggest new algorithms and all if I want to improve that work?
Diabetic retinopathy, madam.
Yeah.
Iris or diabetic retinopathy?
No. I'm having two questions: iris, and then the second one is diabetic retinopathy.
About diabetic retinopathy, I don't know, madam, because that is again medical diagnosis.
That is eye scanning. Eye scanning.
Yeah.
It is making the eye scan.
Yes.
You are scanning the whole face basically, right? So I'm just trying to tell you.
Madam, see, capturing face is different. Capturing iris pattern is different, right? So capturing.
So image processing. Okay. So
And
you
capturing
are.
also, actually, we had to focus some light on the iris while capturing, specific to eyes. Okay, so that's why people in general applications, banking or these things, this fingerprint and face based are common. But if you observe, only iris will be used. Means
Aadhaar card we have given our iris, no sir.
yeah.
Scanning
That is
eye
one.
scan.
Yes, madam. But that is one time capturing, right? But now check everywhere people are using no. Yeah.
No, not so common.
Yes, madam. Can a lot of research we can do on that. Thing is that only thing, because there are different types of applications: high security, medium security. Suppose let's say this attendance based, that will not that much important, no, madam. Attendance. Suppose a student is doing some fraud.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. For
It's
that
not
we cannot use.
threatening. It's not a
Yes.
threat, right? I
Yes.
understand now.
Yes, madam.
So I just wanted that how can I improve that diabetic retinopathy? What I have implemented in my previous 3 years back, I have implemented. So
Madam,
to apply new machine learning algorithm and all.
Thing is that, madam, only you need to check whether there is any scope to improve or not first. Okay, scope means as I shown you, some results like it should be 0%, but still we are getting 20%, 13% like that.
Okay.
So if a research paper, if want to publish it, there should be scope, means improvement should be there with the previous research.
Yeah,
Suppose
I
if you,
understand.
yeah, that is the thing, madam.
Hmm. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the framework I'll show you, but not published. Overall framework. This is for cancelability actually. So this is iris based. So we'll take right iris and left iris. Just observe from the user. Then some feature extraction means lightweight feature extraction we are mobile net we have used. After these features are extracted, as I said, if you store them in the database directly, the reverse engineering people are doing. So here employed a method such that it should not be irreversible, right? Like hashing, but hashing again we cannot use here because hashing, one way security, you guys, right? So hashing is a one-way function. We cannot get back. But see, if this iris at the time of registration, let's say my Aadhaar enrollment, if we do some hashing on the features extracted and if we store here, now at the time of verification, like when we want to prove like I'm so and so, if I give my iris image, this iris image and this iris image may be different. Means at the enrollment time and at the verification or authentication time, we'll get different images. That is a problem with image processing actually. So this hash, whatever stored in the database, now at the time of authentication, for this image, the hash generated will be different because hashing will have avalanche effect. If there is a 1 bit change in the hash, sorry, if a 1 bit change in the image, image, 1 pixel change in the data, that means image or so we'll get a different hash. So will not have this matching process. So that's why here we'll use the concepts called some irreversible transformations other than hash. Okay, this particular problem in image processing is called intra-class variations. That means same class, my iris only, collected at different times, will be different. Means will be different, will have different features because of a lot of things like this lighting conditions or camera resolution or the viewpoint or the distance. Many factors affect these things, right? So that's why hash will not work. So here we'll use some key-based mechanism like once assume in the database that particular template, whatever the generated template is compromised, assume. So we'll use different key to generate a new template using the same features. But here this is client side. The complete thing is client side. Because during transmission also to a remote server, there is a chance that data may be projected, right? So that's why we'll do complete thing at the client side, just feature extraction, and here we'll use some transformation technique. And for this classification or training, classification and matching purposes, we'll do it at the server side. So this is the one concept, but lot of works are there related to this also. But no time actually. So I'm still at office. So if you have any more questions, please ask.
Sir, I have a question. So,
Yes,
am I audible?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah. Sir, as you said earlier in the session, in the starting of the session, that there are there are various methods with the help of which we can make difference between the real images and the deepfake images, or the real video, or between deepfake videos. So I want to know if it will be beneficial for us if you could throw light on some methods with the help
How to
of
generate, na sir?
with the help of which
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ordinary person
Yes.
can make difference between these real video or fake deepfake videos. Ordinary
Yeah.
persons, uh,
Yeah.
rather than go for the forensic department, ordinary person can make difference with the help of those.
Yeah. Simple, sir. This eye blinks will be different, basically.
Yeah.
Eye blinks will be 100% different. They
They,
are unnatural. Like, see, our eye blink pattern and all these things will be very natural, right?
Okay.
The lip syncing,
Yeah.
audio and lip syncing. These are
Okay.
easy ways to identify a video.
Yeah.
A video, but not image is different.
Yeah. But
Image is different.
what about the image?
Image is different, sir. Only thing by NAC die also we cannot do. But thing is that these relations, as I said, na sir, like in the previous second work I showed you, right? Between different regions of the face, we'll try to learn their feature, actually features. So based on features, if there is a strong relationship, that will work actually little bit.
Basically, you want to say the for an ordinary person, it is very difficult to make difference between the real image and the deepfake image. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Little difficult, sir.
Some specific algorithm must be
Yes.
applied.
Actually, that artifacts, suppose wherever the swapping happens, let's say they'll remove my face. That means face swap, as I said, right?
Okay.
So at that time, some while forging, there will be some artifacts actually. So that the NAC die we cannot recognize.
Yeah.
Let's say the skin color, or suppose here shirt, because they'll remove our neck and just place another neck, right?
Yes.
So at that time there will be some clues we can observe.
Okay.
Means the model can learn those clues, but for Mac
Oh,
it is different.
okay. Thank you so much.
Very interesting questions. Any more questions from the participants? Dear participants, any more questions from your end? Thank you so much, Ilaya sir, for actually agreeing to take up the session. I know that you're not well, but still.
Not well, and I have almost I came at 9 o'clock today, and tomorrow also day after tomorrow also I had to come. But anyway, right? Thank you for giving this opportunity. Only thing I said, like I will share, means I'll integrate this security things into biometrics and how biometrics can. So that's why I agreed. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, I would request Ufera to actually propose a formal vote of thanks to you. Okay. Thank you. Ufera ma'am, could you please propose the vote of thanks? And also participants, please be online. We will have a group pic with sir online after the vote of thanks is done. Thank you. Ufera ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. On behalf of the organizing team of Department of Computer Science Engineering, Vaagdevi College of Engineering, and all the participants of this program, I am honored to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I extend a sincere gratitude to Professor Ailaya for an enlightening and highly relevant session on penetration testing and biometric security. Sir, your expertise and clear explanations help us understand not only the techniques used in penetration testing, but also the critical importance of biometric security in today's world. Your insights into vulnerabilities, best practices, and real-world implications gave us valuable guidance on how to design, test, and safeguard systems that rely on biometrics and secure authentication. We deeply appreciate the time and effort you invested in preparing and delivering this talk. I also appreciate all the participants for their attention and engaging questions which added value to this discussion. With that, I conclude today's session. Thank you once again, sir, for this enthusiastic session.
Madam.
Thank you, sir. May I request all the participants to please switch on their videos if it is permissible so that we can have a record of your faces. Yashwant, are you done with taking the pictures?
Yes, sir. I was doing it.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you to all the participants once again. So we conclude our day 5 on a very happy note. Thanks to Pavani ma'am and Ilaya sir, both being my teachers. So it's really great that I mean they have accepted the request and have delivered very interactive sessions as always. Looking forward to all of you all to be starting to work on a lot of areas that this FDP is rolling. Please reach out to me in case there are any one of you who wants to be working on any of the startup initiatives pertaining to AI or this particular area. We also have an incubation center called as Vaagdevi Incubation and Business Accelerator Foundation. You can reach out to me and we can collaborate and work on a lot of things that would be of value to each one of us and to the society at large. So tomorrow, please do remember the time is 2 p.m. That's the time that is tomorrow. And you will be having the valedictory, and also for you to get your certificate, the quiz is very important for you to participate. I'm sure that you're all learned and you are aware of the ATAL guidelines. So please look into the schedule and be on time. Please join at least 10 minutes prior to the session beginning. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Please enjoy your dinners. Good night. Take care. Alay sir, once again, thank you. Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Yashwant, can we just close the meeting?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.